Hello girls. So today, this video, we're going to work on something called a grand pas de chat, or it's sometimes known as an Italian pas de chat. So, we all know what a pas de chat is. We do them sometimes in class, and I'm sure you've done them in a lot of your other classes. So you just bring, translates to step of the horse, right? Pas de chat, which is kind of, you go knee, knee. And so practice these first. I'm going to see if I can get the video here so I can move the long way in my kitchen. And I hope you can see my feet. So you can do a little bit of practice some pas de chats, get those back in your body. So you can keep your arms in first, or you can let them go above your head, but just make sure you don't hit any ceiling fans because there's one right above me. I have to watch my arms. So we want to get our knees up high. And we start from fifth, and then we land in fifth. I think you guys can see my feet, hopefully. Tilt this down a little bit, just to make sure. So you want to get those knees up high, those toes come up, and they're strong and sharp, and they are pointed, right? And then we land in fifth. And so an Italian pas de chat is just like that, except for one little difference. And it does kind of throw off the whole thing, so it does take a little bit of practice, but I think you guys will have fun doing it. So an Italian pas de chat, instead of doing knee, you do the same thing, except that first leg will straighten before it comes down. So it still comes up like this, but you'll straighten it out, and so it'll come out as the other leg is lifting up, and then it comes down straight into a plie. So it'll look kind of like this. Yeah, so that's kind of a smaller one. You can make them really high once you get the hang of it. And oftentimes you'll see Italian pas de chats during like a grand allegro in a ballet, and they usually snap the picture right at the height of it. So you have this beautiful position where this leg is tucked neatly up with the toes pointed, and then this leg is 90 degrees or sometimes higher with some nice ballet arms here. So it's really fun in like more contemporary ballet, ballets that you'll see, and they're just really fun to do. So, and I thought you guys would enjoy learning something new today. So a couple tips that I have for it is making sure that you still have the rhythm of the pas de chat. So a pas de chat starts with your back leg coming up. You jump off of this leg that's still on the ground, right? And then you land. So I'm doing it for what you're seeing left, right. So I'm doing it to left right now. You can practice it either way. So you bring up that left leg, bring up the right one, and then you land left, right? So up, up, down, down. But you want to make sure that they meet in the air, right? So it's up, up, they meet here, you have a nice little picture, and then they come down. So a lot of times with an Italian pas de chat, that gets a little thrown off, and people start to land like with them at the same time. See, I have a hard time doing it wrong. So they'll land with it like at the same time, or it'll just be like kind of this off rhythm. So make sure that when you land it, you're still landing the first leg, the second leg down. So practice that, and then make sure you practice it on both sides. There will be a test when we come back to class. So you have your pas de chat this way. You want to make sure that when you do this one, it's the same, all the same things, landing in fifth, starting in fifth, and then we go, and we just straighten that leg. So don't worry too much about the arms right now. You can keep them on your hips, you can keep it out in second. I would suggest keeping them in second, or in first. You want to try that as well. But we do out, out, yeah? Make sure you even out on both sides, yeah? And we still land softly. I don't know if you can hear my landing, it's a little loud. So you want to make sure that you're trying to land with toe ball heel, like we always say, landing in a puddle. Let's see here. So, to give you guys a combination to work once you get there, if you have a space that's kind of long, I struggle with that a little bit in my kitchen. So I'm going to try my best here to be able to show it to you. You can start off with glissade, pas de chat, regular ones. So we just do glissade, pas de chat, glissade, pas de chat, and then coming the other way, glissade, landing in fifth each time, pas de chat, glissade, pas de chat. Yeah, and you can bring your arms in second and then present them out or up. I'm not doing that because, again, I will hit the ceiling fan. And then once you get that, you can practice it with the Italian pas de chat. So glissade, pas de chat, glissade, pas de chat. and then make sure you even out. Whatever you do on the right, you have to do on the left. So glissade, pas de chat, glissade, pas de chat. Try not to stub any toes on any furniture. I know this is hard, being confined to your homes, but we're doing our best. All right, so let me put on some music and we can practice together. And then I encourage you to put on your own music and just work on it yourself, figure out what you need help with. Maybe if you have any questions, you can keep practicing. If you have questions, you can ask a friend or use YouTube as a resource to look up other tutorials, or just write them down and bring them to class when we come back together in the fall. All right. You ready? 6. These are regular pas de chats. If you can keep going, keep going. If not, let's stop and go the other way. And glissade, pas de chat. Glissade, pas de chat. Good, keep going if you can. Now the grand pas de chats are Italian. Straight legs. Good, and then coming back to the other side. 5, 6, 7, 8. Glissade. Glissade. Don't hit the counter. Good. All right, that's awesome. I hope you have fun with these. Hope you like them. Hope they're not too hard. If you have any questions, like I said, ask a friend, see if they can help you. Google pas de chat on Google or in YouTube and see if you can find other tutorials. Maybe if dancers having more space. It's spelled P-A-S. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right for you. P-A-S-D-E-C-H-A-T. So if you're going to say it's like pas de chat, pas de chat. And then make sure you put in grand or Italian in front of that, and then you can see what I mean on some YouTube videos. But if not, practice these, and then we'll throw them in some combinations when we are all together in the studio. Have fun.